on this axis. The relative wages on this axis and the share of women on this axis. And the average general wage is 100. So if you earn 110, you earn 10% more than the average. And if you earn 90, you earn 10% less than the average. And as you can see here, we can start with the gender segregation. There are no dots in the middle, which means that there are no gender non-segregated sectors in Sweden for blue-collar workers. And here you have construction, 3% women. And then you have the manufacturing, various industrial sector, transport, wholesale, and central government. You have here as a cluster, a male-dominated cluster. And I work for this, the largest union in Sweden. In Swedish, it's Kommunal. We have a few men members as well, around 17%. Most of them work here. And they earn a little less than the average. If we go to the female-dominated sector, you have retail sector, you have hotels and restaurants, county councils, and municipalities. County councils, retail, hotels and restaurants, and municipalities. That's where my members work. And here you have the female-dominated, the relative wage of the female-dominated occupations. Not very flattering, is it? But that's the way it looks. And we have now tried to, as a step to increase this, is to allocate more money in the wage negotiations to female-dominated sectors. Some of our male members who work here, or also a few female members who work here, are not very happy with this, but this is what we see as necessary. Because even men work here. I mean, value discrimination is directed against jobs, not individuals. You see the difference? Yes? What about in the white-collar sectors? Yes, we see the same pattern, with one important exception. It's not as gender segregated. And you have the banks and financial services here as an exception, and these are male CEOs earning a lot of money that pulls this observation up. These are not the women working in these sectors pulling up those wages. But you can see there is a negative relation between the more female-dominated, the lower the relative wage. So I think this is if this were a court, I would say value discrimination is guilty. And yeah. Value discrimination is alive and kicking in Sweden. What about this statistical discrimination then? To apply statistical discrimination, I'll start with the parental leave system in Sweden. This is the way it looks now. You have it's 13 months